Just got back from Denver. I can't wait to show you guys my haul. I'm all merched out. Saw Vampire Weekend at Red Rocks. They put on an incredible show. They played just shy of 3 hours. Go look at the set list. I was at night 1 of their 2-night run. Unbelievable. Had to buy the hat. Had to buy the shirt. They played everything I love. All my favorite songs. It was just a magical evening. But before that, I was in Denver for a few days and I got to explore the area and dig into some of their record stores. I want to take you guys with me into these stores, kind of show you around, tell you what I thought of them, and show you what I found. That rhymed. Alright guys, Too Many Records is continuing exploring all of the stores in the US. Today we are at Twist and Shout in Denver. I'm so excited to see this. Apparently one of the largest stores in Denver, so hopefully I find some grails. Let's go in and find out. So the first store I went to was Twist and Shout in downtown Denver. This is the largest record store in Denver, maybe in Colorado. This place is massive. It's kind of like a mini amoeba. They had a lot of music, they had a lot of movies, but the vinyl section was formidable. It was huge. They have 2 rooms and most of it is full of vinyl. Something that was interesting about them was that their rock section was separated by artist completely. You know, a lot of stores will have like a bunch of artists that are famous, then a miscellaneous. I usually find some of the best stuff in the miscellaneous sections, but no, Twist and Shout had every single artist represented with a card, which made for an interesting dig. I've never really experienced that before. Ultimately, a great selection in the store, but I didn't really find too much that I was jonesing to get. 2 things though. First thing I got was Semi-Official, the Anti-album. Now, I wasn't quite sure what this was, but I looked at it and apparently it is DJ Abilities, who's half of one of my favorite hip-hop duos, Idea and Abilities. This is a bunch of songs that DJ Abilities produced, and what really clinched my buy was that it wasn't that expensive. I think it was like 12 bucks. 12 bucks. And there's a song featuring MF Doom. As you guys know, big Doom head. Had to get it. So I listened to a little bit on their listening station, and it's that classic Abilities sound. I'm excited to listen to it and hear how the whole thing is. And the find I was very excited about was Barry's Happy to Be Here. So Barry is a relatively new on the scene dream pop band which focuses on some beautiful female harmonies. They have some incredibly catchy synthy songs, and I really dug this album when it was recommended to me by a friend. There's a couple variants of this that are out. There's a red that I think was like an indie exclusive, and then there was a blue, I believe, that Vinyl Me Please did, but the most limited version, limited 200, was done by Rough Trade, but only Rough Trade UK. So I didn't want to pay the import fees and, you know, get it from overseas, but they had a copy for $29.99, which was cheaper than if I would import it from their site. So I have the most limited version of the record now, and if you like dream pop and you like kind of that synthy sound, definitely check out Barry. The harmonies are wonderful and the songs are earworms through and through. Alright guys, we are here at Wax Trax in Colorado. I'm excited to see what they have in store. This is supposedly one of the best stores in Colorado, so let's dive in and see what grails we find. Something interesting about Wax Trax is that there weren't a lot of modern used records. Now, as you guys know, that's the kind of thing that I usually look for in a record store. I love digging through modern stuff from the 90s to present day, usually looking for those grails. Here, they had a massive selection of stuff ranging from the 50s all the way through the 80s, used and new. But ultimately, what I was looking for, it was kind of hard to find. There was a small section in the front of used modern music. Found a couple cool things in there, but their selection of new modern music was astronomical. Any release that you would want from the past couple of years, they had them on the right side of the store. Left side was all used stuff. So I dug for a while, lots of good stuff. If you're looking to build your collection, I would highly recommend checking out this place if you're in the area. You will find a ton of classic records for very good prices. First record I found was Maserati's Rehuminator. So Maserati is kind of like a somewhat electronic post-rock band. Temporary Resonance Limited put them out, one of my favorite labels. I talk about them a lot. I've been into some of their earlier stuff, but this is their most recent album, and I missed the pre-order for this for the limited version, but Wax Trax came through because this beautiful Starburst version, they had it for, I believe, cheaper than what it would have been to get it from the Temporary Residence site. So that's awesome. That pricing alone made me very happy. Stumbled upon this polyvinyl indie gem from many years ago. Somebody Still Loves You, Boris Yeltsin's Broom. This is one of the limited variants. There's a couple different variants of this album over the years, but this is the white vinyl. And I'll say this about Somebody Still Loves You, Boris Yeltsin. I saw them back in college, and I loved their kind of like refreshing, chill indie pop sound. I still like going back to their music, and this is definitely, I think, tied for my favorite album of theirs with Let It Sway. I don't own this yet, so I'm really stoked that I was able to find it for a good price, especially the limited variant. This is only $12, and it goes for usually $30-40, so definitely a good grab. And the last one I got is one that I owned once upon a time. Got rid of it because it's kind of gross, but sometimes you got to get it back. This is the Yellow River Boys. This is Tim Heidecker's weird country rock project where every song is about peeing. Very Tim Heidecker, who's one of my favorite comedians. And it's pretty hard to find. There's actually not any available on Discogs right now. They were asking $18.98 sealed, and it sold for as high as I think 70 something. So definitely a hard record to track down, definitely a novelty. But despite the fact that some of these songs are called Honky Tonk Piss Club and I didn't want to read any more of these on the camera, to be completely honest. It's actually pretty good music. We're here at Eagle Valley Music and Comics. We decided to take a little trip away from Denver, going to kind of the mountainy areas of Vail. This is a little store that's actually pretty sizable when it comes to their selection. It's all new stuff, but he has stuff dating back to 2013. So I'm going to probably find some gems. Let's go inside and see what we can find. Let's go. I can't believe what this store was. Eagle Valley Music is a record store that you should actually make a trip specifically to Colorado to check out. I'm not kidding. This is a total gold mine. The records in this store are entirely new. There isn't one used record in the entire place. That worried me at first because I love used records, and new records don't usually appeal to me. I feel like I can just get them online from the label, or it's not usually something you have crazy finds. This store, on the other hand, I had some insane finds. Minturn is a small town. People don't come through very often, I'm assuming. He has stock of new records sealed from as early as 2008, and he has record store date titles from as early as 2009. So the amount of stuff that is just piled into this store, if you dig and you know what you're looking for, you can find some crazy deals. It's a true gold mine in Colorado, and I want to show you what I found. Also worth mentioning, he had sales throughout the entire store. Any record from 2016 or before was 20% off. And guess what? All the best records were from 2016 and before. First up, I have Ivy's Guest Room. So Ivy is a band that Adam Schlesinger was in, who is one of my favorite producers. He's in Fountains of Wayne. He produces some Motion City soundtrack stuff. He's currently working on My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend and doing some of the music for that. One of the most talented producers of all time, in my opinion. Amazing songwriter. This is a covers album by Ivy. So I actually don't know any of these covers, but anything Adam involved, I'm probably going to grab it. There's covers of The Cure, Steely Dan, Serge Gainsbourg. Lots of great people on here. I'm excited to kind of dig in and hear what it's about. But this is out of print, and I got it after the discount for like just over $20. I think this was a record store day issue from maybe 2015, a little while ago. This is Trespassers Williams' Different Stars. So really good kind of shoegazy folk, sometimes a little ambient, a little lo-fi at times. But Trespassers Williams is so beautiful. I really like everything I've heard of theirs. And I regretted not getting this because I got into them after Record Store Day 2015. This was also about $20 after discount, and it tends to go for quite a bit more. So another really surprising score. This was another 2015 Record Store Day exclusive picture disc. Jay Electronica rocks. Unfortunately, the majority of his stuff is not on vinyl. I don't know why. It's pretty criminal. He seems like the kind of guy that would absolutely have his stuff on vinyl. But I remember not getting this at the time and kicking myself. Well, lucky me, I was able to pick it up for about $12, $13. I think the cheapest one online is maybe like in the $40s, $50 range, and a lot of them are overseas. So I saw Jay Electronica, I had to grab it. A Soundgarden 10-inch I was looking forward to getting, King Animal Demos. This was only also, again, like $12 sealed. This was a Record Store Day release from I think 2013. So like I said, this guy has a lot of stuff from the past. I don't know how it was still there, but these aren't even the craziest finds of them all. My two craziest finds in the whole store were Dead by Sunrise. This was a side project by Chester Bennington of Linkin Park. Rest in peace. This is another album where his vocals take the forefront. It doesn't have the same style as Linkin Park, but it definitely has some aggression to it and some bite. This is long out of print, and unfortunately, after he passed away, this became near impossible to find. $23 before the 20% discount and completely sealed. This was an absolute come up. I mean, you never really see this pop up, so stoked on this. But the craziest one that I've been waiting the whole video to show you is this. This is Wizard. So Wizard is a Kid Cudi side project that didn't really get a lot of love. He tried to do some rockier kind of stuff mixed with hip hop, kind of like Lil Wayne did with Rebirth, and kind of missed the mark the same way that Lil Wayne did with Rebirth. But needless to say, I love Kid Cudi, one of my favorite artists of all time, and this is one of the few things I need to complete my Kid Cudi collection. When I saw this in the bin, I actually was taken aback. I think I had a double take, because I remember a story about this being super rare because the label shorted him or didn't press enough copies of it, mixed with the mixed critical acclaim or lack thereof. So this kind of fell in the annals of just never getting repressed and very hard to find, only for the diehards. But the diehards want it really badly, and I could not believe the price of this. So I got this before the discount for $17.99, which made this roughly in the $13, $14 range after the discount. Sealed copy. I want you to really quickly pause this video, take a quick look on Discogs at the selling history of Wizard. I know. Unbelievable. This store is so cool. I actually want to take another trip to Colorado in a few months and go check it out again, because there were so many records to dig through. I feel like I was overwhelmed, and I know there were other amazing deals to be had there. On top of that, the owner was extremely friendly. I had a great time hanging out there for a couple hours, and I would go back in a heartbeat. So overall, Colorado, wasn't extremely impressed by the 2 record stores in Denver. Did find some cool stuff, but when you go off the beaten path and you dig a little deeper, you find something like Eagle Valley Music, and you will just be blown away. Let me know if you guys like this video. I want to do more videos showcasing some record stores throughout the world, starting with the US, but who knows next year where we're going to go internationally. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you liked my haul. Please leave a comment. Make sure you're subscribed to Too Many Records, and there's going to be more content very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy.